10 chess moves that turned me from this to this. All of them made my brain go whoa. It almost feels like you unlocked a part of your brain, and who doesn't want to be limitless? The first move brings back beautiful high school memories. It comes from a time when I was dating my first girlfriend ever, and she gave me a gift of the Alekine's best games. It brought tears to my eyes. Crap, she remembered, and yet got me such a crappy gift. An Xbox or something would have been a much better gift. Anyways, as an Indian, I've been trained to utilize everything we get for free. And I did study a few games from the book. One game that had a lasting impression on me was this one. The story goes, Alekine's opponent was so scared of him that after every move he played, he used to wave a draw sign flag just like a crazy man, just like I am doing right now. So Alekine decided to sharpen things up. In this position, White decided to play the move knight to g5, breaking opening principles. First of all, he moved his queen very quickly into the game. Then he moves the same piece twice, and Alekine calmly defends with knight at 6. And here White went haywire and took on f7. Alekine took back, takes, and you can see White is basically going for material. Alekine does not give a shit. He simply puts the king on d7, queen takes a8, queen c4 threatening mate on e2. He blocks with f3. Alekine sacrifices the bishop. Then after takes, he plays knight d4 threatening mate on e2 again. White takes the knight, and now bishop to e7. Oh my god, he sacrificed everything. And this move bishop to e7 taught me how you need just two pieces at the end to finish the game. Everything else is sacrificable. The next move was so spectacular that it is said that people threw gold coins over the chessboard once it was played. Here it is Frank Marshall playing the game with the black pieces. His queen is attacked by the rook, but he also has some sort of attack on the white king. And he played a move which, if you have not seen before, please keep anything valuable to the side first. Queen to g3. Yes, the threat is queen takes h2 mate, and regardless of how you capture the queen, it is going to be checkmate next move. Oh my god, I would pay money to see the expression on his opponent's face if we had cameras during that time. Now the story goes, since then, seeing how many gold coins were thrown over the chessboard, random people have been playing this move queen g3 on random occasions without any justification whatsoever, well, and have been accused of cheating. But in actuality, all they wanted was some gold coins. One typical move which you might have seen is the rook takes c3 sacrifice. This often happens in the Sicilian defense when black has the open c file, and he can sacrifice an exchange just to take this knight on c3, spoil white's structure, and gradually he can try to get to the c3 pawn. Here the white king is actually on the queen side, so that makes the decision process quite simple. But even when the white king goes on the king's side, this move is really strong. And here you can see the real top G of chess, Garry Kasparov, finishing off his opponent in spectacular fashion with a queen sacrifice. Top G sacking his queen, not surprising at all. Move 4 was a positional masterpiece by Kramnik, and the best part is I got to play it in one of my own games. Here black is pushing, but his queen is out of action. So she goes out into the open world with the move queen to b8. A spectacular idea, and then going to a7. Suddenly the pawn on d4 is weak, and in the next few moves the queen is the one to deliver the final blow by coming all the way to f2. Thank you, Kramnik. Move 5 is definitely the best move I have ever played. So this move will be the only question in the Are You Smarter Than an NM game show. I am white here, and it's very clear that I have sacrificed the b2 pawn for a full-on attack, but black is one move away from castling. So here I play the insane move d5, a move very similar to what I had seen a few years back, attacking your opponent at his strongest point, and regardless of how black takes, white is completely crushing. One move that even the big daddy engines are unable to spot is the next one. Here in this game between Topalov and Shirov plays the greatest move of all time by far, bishop to h3, which if you saw in a normal circumstance, if let's say Levy was doing a typical guess the yellow, you would take his rating to be roughly 200. But this was a beauty. The idea being just to gain a tempo to get the king to e4 before the white king can join in. I was lucky enough to meet Shirov in person, and he's a very down-to-earth and kind guy, and here he is proving it over the board as well. Sometimes brilliant moves are hidden from us because they have to be seen from far. Here the white player moves a couple of pieces for a crazy attack, and now he can check directly but instead he plays the insane move g4. The black king does not have the f5 and h5 squares and it's going to be mate. In fact, the white player here was none other than me. I mean, totally not flaunting, yeah? Not at all. When have I flaunted my chess skills? Yeah, never, yeah. No photos, please. Thank you. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. This one is a classic and the one you most likely already know. Karpov has the white pieces here, the guy who's known to make children cry. And here he plays the fantastic move bishop to a7. Now in this position, clearly the a file decides the game. Every other file is closed, so whosoever dominates the only bridge into the opponent's camp wins the game. The next one shows the brilliancy of positional chess. Here white moves his knight from g1 to f3 to d4 to e2, and the basic idea is to play g4 and then knight to g3. So the entire concept is to force the idea of h5 from black and then again go back to g1 and now come to f3 when you can actually control g5. This is, by the way, from one of my own games where my opponent played knight g1, and instead of wasting so much time, he could have asked me, yeah, "Hey buddy, do you think you can play the move h5? It would save us both a lot of time, yeah?" Wow, really? It's kind of surprising how much you care about my time, considering I've never seen your face before. But yeah, I totally trust you. Here you go. The last one is something I'm sure each and every one of you probably know. If you don't know, well, hang on to your pants because, well, things are going to get very, very wet because people are going to cry their tears out. So here, in the World Championship match between Magnus Carlsen and retired player Sergei Karyakin, Carlsen needed a draw to win the championship, but that did not stop him from playing the move queen to h6, sacrificing the entire queen for free because regardless of how black takes, it is going to be checkmate in a couple of moves. Beautiful concept. This move taught me how important it is to finish in style. And to do that, I suggest you watch this video next, which will help you finish off in style.